Hello, nice to meet you. Come here to London. I'm situated in Ronneby, Sweden, but I work for the environmental issues in the Western Europe and with all our different products. So, our approach for sustainability is what we call balanced choice. You can see it in the posters around here and also in your material you have got. And with what we call balanced choice, we talk about our material, better materials. We should choose better materials, natural or renewable materials. We should look about the resources that we are using and also the indoor air quality and also reuse and recycling. So these are the four most important issues concerning our balanced choice. So if we start with better materials, we heard from Peter here earlier today that we shall avoid all hazardous substances. And that is what we have eliminated in all our products from Tarkett. So we are not using any hazardous substances or any what we call substances of very high concern. And in most of our products, do we have a pointer here? Yeah. And we shall also look at natural product substances. And natural substances is what we can find in nature. And renewable substances is what is growing up in a short time, maybe for 10, 20 years. That is what we call renewable substances. And our wood flooring and linoleum laminate flooring are all made of renewable and natural sources. Our vinyl flooring is using what we heard, PVC. And we're also trying to find natural or renewable material in these floorings as well. And we have in our homogeneous floorings that are produced in Ronneby, Sweden, we have now changed plasticizer in all our products. So the plasticizer that we are using today is what we call DINCH. I don't ask you to remember this chemical name, it is not easy to remember. But please remember DINCH, and DINCH is not an phthalate. So that is why I show you this name of the plasticizer. So this is not an phthalate. Do any one of you recognize this flower? It's a nice one. The plant is Ricinus communis. From this plant we got castor oil. Have you heard of castor oil? Yeah. You might have tasted it. I remember it since I was a kid. I got castor oil.
Sorry, what was the plant?
Ricinus communis. And from this plant and from the castor oil, we are producing a plasticizer. So this plasticizer is made of renewable material. And in our product, what we call IQ Natural, we have 75% natural and renewable resources. So you see 60% is this plasticizer, 27% is ordinary salt, and salt is included in the PVC. PVC is made of 57% salt and 43% oil. So totally the amount of oil in this product is 20%. And other plastic material, polymers like polyethylene, polypropylene, they are not using salt, they are made of 100% oil. So that is totally different with PVC and other polymers. So we are reporting a content declaration for all our products. Like Peter said before, the customers today, they want to know exactly which chemicals are in the product. Are there any substances that are toxic or hazardous? They should not use the material. So up in Scandinavia, we have sent out content declarations for 15 years. And now it's coming all over the world. Because architects and owners of the building, they want to know exactly which chemicals are in the product. And we are reporting exactly here in grams per square meter. So you can really check if there are any substances in the product that are discussable, then you should not use the products. So concerning REACH, the European legislation we heard of, we have no substances that are on their list of substances for SVT, substances of very high concern. So all of these are eliminated in all the products that Tarkett have. And we have a lot of different products, as we said. We have linoleum, wood, laminate, and vinyl floorings. So we are working really hard to find new substances and new raw material in all our products. The next step is resource stewardship. And the KPIs that we are working with in all our plant is we are reporting the energy that we are using. Can we decrease the use of energy, or can we find other sources of energy, wind power, sun power, whatsoever? In our wood factories, we are taking care of all the wood waste, the sawdust and wood fiber, and we are using that as energy. So that's a type of biofuel. In our wood factories as well. And in our plant in Ronneby, where we are producing vinyl floorings, we are taking sawdust from our wood factory in Sweden and use it as biofuel. So this is one example. Water is also we are used a lot, and of course we have programmed to trying to decrease the use of water. Emissions from the factories, that we have no pollutions to the air, so it's also very important to decrease this. In our factory in Clairvaux in Luxembourg, we have a specific cleaning system. We have a microorganism who are eating up the waste from some chemical substances. And waste is also, of course, very important. We heard about taking care of the waste. And our factory here in the UK, in Linoleum, they are sending nothing at all to landfill at all. So they are zero for landfill from our factory in Linoleum. And also recycling is important. So these are the KPIs that we are reporting every month from all our factories worldwide in Tarkett. And today we have 30 different factories all over the world. And you can imagine there is a lot of work going on trying to improve our production plants. The next step is indoor air quality. We also saw that Peter showed that it is important for the future, indoor air. And that is the comfort, acoustic, whatsoever, the design of the floorings. We saw the nice pictures from the hospital in Birmingham. It looks really nice. You can really feel good to be in that hospital. And also it should be good to be in every room that we are working or living. So that is also very important for well-being. And also the emissions from the building material is very important. For the CE marking, we shall now report the TVOCs from our products. And we have been measuring that for many years. And we shall also check all what we call carcinogenic, mutagenic, and toxic for reproduction.
Reprotoxic.
That was a difficult word. I can. Toxic for reproduction. So that is what we have to report, and we're also working, what we heard before, on a European norm that maybe will be approved in a short future. But already we are using this test report. We are sending all our products to a test laboratory in Denmark who are doing these tests. And this is for the IQ Natural, the product with a renewable plasticizer. And we are measuring the total amount of volatile organic compounds, and you see we are less than 5. And we cannot measure under 5. That is the determined limit, because it's so very low. And I believe in this room here, if we take a sample here, I can believe we are 300, 500, something like that. And we have measured in a newspaper. When you get it in the morning, you open the newspaper, and on that newspaper it was 3,000. So you can imagine less than 5, it's almost nothing. It cannot be detectable. And this standard, like we saw before, the Peter said we have the A group, should be less than 1,000. And for me, 1,000 is very high. You should use product with much lower values. Measuring the carcinogens in the product, and that should be under 1 microgram per square meter, and it's far less than that. So concerning emissions, all our products are very low. And in Tarkett today, all our products are under 100. And that goes for all the vinyl, homogeneous, heterogeneous, wood, laminates, and linoleum. All our products are under 100 today. So that has been one big issue for all our product development over the years. And for the Ronneby product, the homogeneous vinyl floorings, we are under 10 today. All our products are under 10, which is, like I said before, very low. And you can compare that with the A class, where you should be under 1,000. So that was the indoor air. And the last step is recycling. It is important that the product can be recycled. And vinyl is and PVC is a polymer that is very good for recycling. You can melt it down and you can produce new products out of it. For wood and linoleum and laminate, we are doing biofuel, like I said. Instead, we cannot recycle these products. Linoleum can be recycled in our production plant. So the production waste of linoleum is recycled on the plant. But the post-use flooring is going for biofuel. So we are taking care of in Tarkett the production waste. So we should put no waste for landfill at all. So we can recycle the waste from our production into new product again. And we can also take care of installation waste. We heard here from the Birmingham Hospital as an example. And we have 2 big recycle plants in Tarkett, Europe. We have in Ronneby, Sweden, and we have in Clairvaux in Luxembourg. So these are the plants that we are taking care of the installation waste. So when we are installing the flooring, we are calculating normally that 10% will be waste. And that is a lot, 10%. And we started up in Sweden more than 15 years ago when we opened our recycling plant in Ronneby. Said that why not take back this waste? It's clean and there's no adhesive or concrete on the backside, so we can put it in production again. So we started up in the southern part of Sweden. And today we have this system now in the whole Nordic, Germany, Netherlands, and sending this back to Sweden. And in the central part of Europe, where we have France, and starting up in Spain, Belgium, Italy, we will send it to Clairvaux. And also from UK, we are taking it and send it to Clairvaux in Luxembourg. Last year, we received to Ronneby in Sweden 400 tons. You can see we have doubled the amount for 10 years. And 400 tons, that is around 135,000 square meters only of installation waste. So it is a lot. And we are improving all the time. And now we are also, I don't have the figures for Clairvaux, but they are also increasing year by year how much waste they take care of. We could use 80% back in the material, in the products again. And 20% was going for energy recycling. So we are, in Sweden, we have a lot of incineration plant where we are mixing the waste, household waste, building waste, polymers, and we are incinerated and using the energy for heating our houses. So we have many of these plants in big cities in Sweden. So we cannot put anything for landfill, take the waste to Ronneby and put it for landfill. So all the materials shall be used in one way or another. I believe these pictures are coming from your production. I got it here from England. So here is the example that we can trace the waste coming from Birmingham, going to Clairvaux, and then back to Birmingham again in the new floorings. So we have everything is collected in Linoleum, and then we are sending it to Clairvaux in Luxembourg. In Sweden, we had a project. We said that we try to increase the amount of collecting waste. So we said that 1 Swedish crown should go for a project SOS Children Villages. I don't know if you have that in England, SOS Children Villages. So that it's a project where we're sending money for children all over who have problems all over the world. So this is a project in Burundi, in Africa. They are building a village with the healthcare, school, and small houses where the children, and if they have any parents, can live there as well. So last year, at the beginning of this year, we received this picture. So this house is now built from the money from Tarkett from the Nordic countries. So this is one good example how we can help do some good taking care of the installation waste as well. Here's another example of taking care of waste. This is from England. I received this from Peter.
I was going to say, get a new photo.
So here is where you are taking care of post-used flooring. So that is, you have maybe concrete or glue, adhesive on the backside, but you can granulate it and you can produce this bottom plate for these traffic cones. Because you also told me, Peter, that you have the highest density of road cones. And I say it's because you're driving on the wrong side of the road. So that's why you need them. So, but anyway, this is an example of downcycling. So you take the old floorings and you can do another product out of them. So it's not going in the flooring again. This is another example of taking care of old flooring, post-use flooring. We started up already in 1990 in Germany, and that is all flooring manufacturers together. We started a project. How can we take care of the waste and make new granulates that can be used? And you see, this is not easy to take care of waste like this. It looks not nice. You have concrete, adhesive on the backside, you have to clean it, and then you have a long system, and then you get some granulates. And also the problem today is that we have to fulfill the demands of the content in the product. So maybe this product was produced in 1970, 1980, and they maybe contain substances that we don't want to have in our products today. Because we have to guarantee the content in all our products. And also we have to guarantee low emissions in our products. So that is not easy to take care of the waste. So maybe we will find other products that can be where we can use this material. But this is one example of recycling of old floorings. What we have future challenges in Tarkett, like I said, we have the first step of eliminate the phthalates. So we are using this plasticizer dinch, like I say, in our homogeneous vinyl floorings. We're also looking for alternative. We have had products over the years, but it is not easy to find the same quality as we have in our vinyl floorings. There have been many products on the market over the years with alternative polymers, but the quality is not the same as with PVC. The products has been on the market for some years, then they disappear. So it is not easy to just take a polymer and produce a new flooring out of it. So it's a hard work, and we started up already in 1987, and we have had 2 or 3 or 4 maybe different products over the years. But after some years you see the quality, the cleaning is not the same, and the installation is not the same, so it is not easy, but we're still going on. And we also, in the future, we will go for very low emissions in all our products. Today we are under 100, and in the future we will be under 10. That is the challenge for Tarkett Group. And this is the tags. You can find it also on the poster outside. that we are using in our brochure, in our data sheets, and whatever you find on our product, where we can describe the quality of the product. Here we can see how much of the product that is natural and how much that is renewable. We also have on the recyclability of the flooring, if it is recyclable and how much of the product contain recycled content in the product. So it also differs for different products. We not always have the same. But all the vinyls are 100% recyclable, all of them. And you also have recognized this one now with better indoor air quality. Lead system, and I believe you have the lead system in Birmingham, or was it?
I'm not familiar with that.
It's a certificate for the whole building, and some working with this. And it is the building that is certified, and you can get some different points. You can see here, you got platinum, gold, and silver. And it is important to understand that this is not a certification for the flooring. It is a certification for the whole building. And here we are looking on energy, sustainability site, indoor air quality, material and resources, and water efficiency. This is an American system, I should say. So it started up slowly in Europe as well. We can see it in Germany, in UK, in some places. But there is also another system, what is called Cradle to Cradle. And this organization was founded by Professor Michael Braungart from Germany. So he also is rather big in America, as he said by himself. But they also have this organization, Cradle to Cradle. And here we can work together following their philosophy. It is for the different industries and manufacturers. And Tarkett has signed up with a cooperation together with Cradle to Cradle. And they also have a product certification. And Cradle to Cradle means that they say that there will never be any waste. Before we have heard from cradle to grave. That means that we cannot use the products anymore. But Cradle to Cradle said that we shall use the material for production of new products. Or if we cannot do that, the nutrients shall become biodegradable, so you can use them in the soil again. So you shall take care of the products. There will be no waste. That is their philosophy. Waste equals to food. And we also shall use the more energy powered by the sun. And they're also looking for diversity, biodiversity, and also cultural diversity all over the world. That is the main issues for Cradle to Cradle. And they also have certificates for product. And as you see here, they have 4 levels, just the same as LEED. Platinum, gold, silver, and basic. And certification criteria is the material, of course, the reutilization of the material, energy, water, and also social responsibility. You will recognize all these from total sustainability. And we have now one product certified for Cradle to Cradle. So all our linoleum products made in Italy have this certificate, the silver grade certificate. And we are the only company today that have this cooperation and this certificate for a product, Cradle to Cradle. We are also very much involved and have been involved over the years. Started up with vinyl 2010, and in the future we will continue our work in vinyl plus. You heard a little bit Peter Thomas mention this. And David Clark, he's our director in UK. He's in the board in Vinyl Plus, sitting and working very hard with this issue. And this is the voluntary committee that we have to work for the future and for the future challenges for a sustainable development.